The air inside my studio apartment in Seattle always smelled faintly of turpentine and rain. For 8 years, I kept the hearth burning while my husband Julian climbed the corporate ladder at a top architectural firm. He was striking, with a polished eloquence that commanded every room. In the beginning, I felt like the luckiest woman alive. Our friends used to toast to us, warning me never to let him go. We married after a whirlwind romance, full of dreams about building a family. But the years rolled on, marked by the clinical chill of examination rooms, disappointing fertility test results, and the slow erosion of hope. Julian was supportive at first, whispering that I was all he needed, but I could never forget the silent, longing gaze he cast at the children playing in the park across our street. It cut through me like a razor. The true shift began after the sudden passing of my grandfather. Overnight, I became the sole heir to a substantial real estate legacy and a massive trust fund. That inheritance transformed our world. We moved into a sprawling loft overlooking the Sound, bought a luxury vehicle, and vacationed at high-end resorts. Yet, as our wealth grew, I noticed a chilling mutation in Julian's eyes. It wasn't affection anymore. It was the calculating gaze of a man evaluating an asset. To the world, we were the golden couple, but behind the curtain, the warmth had evaporated from his touch. Julian's absence grew pronounced. The intimate dinners we used to share were replaced by brief texts, busy with work. Don't wait up. When he did return home past midnight, his phone became an extension of his hand. He took whispered calls on the balcony, and once, when I walked in unexpectedly, he snapped his laptop shut with a flash of unprecedented irritation. The tipping point arrived during an autumn gallery showcase. While retrieving a coat near the executive lounge, I overheard Julian talking to a colleague about a secret project in Denver, a city he never worked in. "Everything is under control," he whispered smoothly. My heart hammered against my ribs. The suspicion turned into a roaring flame a week later, when a college friend called to tell me she had spotted Julian at a secluded bistro in Denver, looking incredibly intimate with a younger blonde woman. 3 days later, Julian arrived home early, proposing a sudden weekend getaway to a mountain resort in Montana to rekindle our spark. That night, driven by instinct, I opened his briefcase. Hidden inside was a psychiatric file bearing my name, falsely diagnosing me with severe delusional disorder. My vision swam. He was documenting a lie, building a fake medical profile to systematically commit me and seize control of my assets. The trip to Montana was a trap. The drive into the rugged terrain of Montana was suffocating. Midway through the journey, we pulled into a weathered service station. While Julian filled the tank, a young mechanic named Marcus approached my window under the pretense of wiping the glass. He deftly slipped a folded note into my hand. It read, "You need to get out of here right now. He's lying to you." I hurried inside the store. Marcus was waiting near the back hallway, whispering urgently. He explained that weeks prior, Julian had stopped here with the blonde woman, openly discussing plans to permanently commit his unstable wife during this trip. Marcus had just overheard Julian confirming on the phone that the hospital admission paperwork was finalized. Footsteps echoed from the front as Julian called my name. Marcus pointed to his truck idling out back. "Decide right now. If you go back, you won't get another chance." I didn't look back. Years of devotion shattered as I ran to the truck. As we pulled away, I saw Julian run out, his face contorted in absolute fury as his plan fell apart. Marcus drove me straight to a county police station. With the help of an attorney, Claire Sterling, we immediately froze all my assets. A deep investigation uncovered a shocking truth. Julian had an entirely separate family and 2 children in Denver under his birth name, Julian Cross. He was swiftly arrested near the border, and the court sentenced him to 7 years in prison for bigamy and grand fraud. I sold the loft and moved to a quiet, windswept coastal town near Mobile, Alabama. My new house is modest, but for the first time, I truly belong. Today, I run a support group at the local community center for victims of emotional and financial abuse. I still keep in touch with Marcus, a beautiful reminder that genuine kindness exists. From a deceived wife, I found myself again, stronger, freer, and finally, the author of my own freedom.